In Maximizing Space News, submitted by Elena. A landlord is facing massive fines for splitting up a condo 9 ways to create illegal micro units. That's like going Chinese. Yeah, we had a neighbor that did that. Like there was like people in the kitchen.
What motherfucker does that?
Garage, yeah.
Not micro units.
It's just
macro
like
units.
It's like having 20 roommates.
Macro.
It smells fucking Chinese like a motherfucker.
I know that.
Have you guys seen these before?
Airplane?
I haven't seen these, but my mom's contractor so there's these type of places all over Monterey Park.
Yeah.
And so my mom, she had bought a house in Monterey Park and she converted just a regular home into like a triplex. And then so she was kind of proud, and then my mom's contractor was like, "Oh yeah, you want to see some crazy shit?" And then he took her to this place where maybe in like a 7,000 square feet of land, he was.
I don't know what that is. I need you to give me a visual.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you know, like where you live right now, that whole lot of land is probably around 7,000 square feet.
Okay.
He is able to charge 30 people rent.
Oh, God.
30 residences. And one of them was the garage of the house. He just put up boards and there was 11 beds in just the garage.
What?
Yeah. Because people, they come here and they need a place to stay. So they're like, oh, if I can only pay $100 or $150 a month for a place to stay, we all share the bathrooms.
Hotel?
Yeah.
Hotel?
So
It's a hostel.
Yeah, that lot was like 30 residences. So it's like hella good money.
I like how he's competing with your mom. She's like, I did a good job. He's like, really, bitch, check this out.
Yeah.
Look at this illegal shit. Jesus.
Yeah.
You're not maximizing your shelf space, girl.
You know how old Chinese men snore, dude.
I think
How
it
the fuck
sucks.
Sleep. What the fuck?
I think it sucks because you're taking advantage of people that are just trying to make a living here. I think it's taking advantage because then it's not safe conditions either.
Well, it's supply and demand though. So the people that are coming here, they're looking for $50 a month rent,
Yes.
Where are you gonna find
$100 a
that?
month rent.
Yeah.
So they
It's wrong.
and
I think it's wrong.
I think it's wrong for sure. It's inhumane from our standards,
Yeah.
but from their point of view, they are looking forward to this. So
Yeah.
they don't come to the States and then go, oh fuck, this is the only place I can stay. They're already back in China, wherever the fuck they're from. They're like, oh, what? Jimmy Yang says that I can find a place for rent for $50. Sign me up. Let me work 3 years, buy an airplane ticket. I'm gonna be Jimmy Yang's neighbor in that garage.
Yeah, because
And then I can build from there.
Because imagine if you're like, oh my god, I gotta spend $2,000 and I only make $2,500 in America. Like that's everything, right?
Yeah.
But then if you and like all of us were like, hey, let's all just pitch in and get an apartment together.
Yep.
And we're all just gonna just sleep there anyway.
That's the college life.
And then we're like, well, it's
I
not up
did
to
that.
code and shit. And then they're like, well, fuck you. I want to live here with these people.
Yeah, they go, I don't even give a shit about the code because I want to live here for cheap and I know that in 10 years I'm going to buy a real house or something like that.
And then you get the bubonic plague because you're living in.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so this story here, it takes place in New York, and it's a 634 square foot Manhattan condo that was cut in half horizontally. So it's
Fuck,
similar to.
that's fucking nuts.
Do you guys remember being John Malkovich, where they had the 7th and a half Manhattan office? Yeah.
I never watched
So
that.
it's like when they're all like crouching down.
Oh my god.
No.
It's like a hobbit's apartment.
Oh, oh my. Horizontally.
So it's like
Yeah.
an office, but they put like right here.
Yeah. It's like someone's living on top of it. Yeah.
I have to say, having lived with my hoarder mother, this looks pretty good. This looks kind of nice.
Is she really a hoarder? But like,
My mom's a hoarder.
What level of hoarder?
Like not dead animals in there, but everything else.
Like TV quality hoarders show.
She can make the cut.
Yo, this isn't even as bad as Hong Kong slums.
Yeah.
The cages?
Hong Kong slums are fucking sad. It looks like it's like a vet for humans.
It is. Yeah.
It's like there's just stacks of just bunk beds. Yeah, cages. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
So
At least they have doors.
So this landlord, he created 9 units from that one 600 and something square foot.
600 square foot and made 9 units out of it?
I said it. 634.
This guy's
Contractor's going, that's genius.
He's like, he's doing it right.
He's been putting little walls. He should put a floor too.
Shit, you're telling me I could have got 60 people by splitting the house in half?
Fuck, I'm so curious to see other
This
pictures.
is being John Malkovich,
Yeah.
where they had like the.
Maybe they watched the movie and had the idea.
I think so too. And did I mention he is Chinese, by the way?
I know it smelled Chinese.
I don't think you needed to mention that. We kind of painted the picture.
Just to confirm it.
Yeah.
And so people discovered this because there were like 5 AC.
Oh shit! Well, at least he's giving them AC.
AC units in every.
Wow, he actually cares about that.
I know.
It's crazy.
Well, I mean, there's no sunlight in a lot of these units as well.
But AC goes a long way.
Yeah, for sure. And so once they discovered this, they had everyone leave, evict pretty much.
Who looked at it and decided I'm going to report that?
Because it's inhumane, yeah. Like it's just not.
So,
right.
from your perspective, what do you feel like? What do you feel is that how is it like mean or inhumane, or you feel like they're being taken advantage of?
I think they're being taken advantage of, and it's not a humane way to live.
So you feel like they don't have other choices to stay anywhere else?
Yeah, so once they discovered this, the authorities, like, they sent them to the American Red Cross to have emergency, emergency
care
housing.
Oh.
Can I ask what city this is in?
Manhattan.
Oh, no fucking wonder. They're getting a deal.
It's still $3,000 per cubby.
They were
Right.
paying
Yeah.
$600 a month.
Yeah, I'm with Tiff though, where I
That's expensive.
Expensive for a little cubby.
Hole?
But it's Manhattan though.
Dude, Manhattan, it's like fucking 5 G's a month and shit.
It's the Lower East Side.
And are they all like undocumented immigrants and all that?
Yeah, so the landlord was fined more than $144,000 for failing to have sprinklers, proper electrical, structural.
Oh, yeah,
oh my
dude,
god, my
there's-
tongue, and plumbing permits.
If there was a fire in there, they're all dead.
they're fucked, yeah.
When you're saying you're with Tiff on this, and you think they're taking advantage of?
Yeah, I think it's a type of exploitation. Like, yes, on one hand, they obviously needed it. Like, no one's doing this by choice. Or, I mean, well, yeah, probably not by choice because they don't have the means to go anywhere else. So then if the landlord's willing to cut it in half, yeah, he puts an AC or whatever, but like what other things is he cutting corners on? Like there is the sprinkler situation, like are there rats? Like
But that's why it's only $600.
That's why it's a deal, Gio.
But then that's why we have right. That's why we have laws, you know, because we've probably did this in the past and we learned from that. So we're like, oh, let's not do that anymore and have everyone follow
But
this
there's
code.
also a market for it. So let's say his only 3 options is stay in his fucked up country wherever that is, come to the States, have a deal, or be homeless. I don't know. Like to me, I'm like that's
Yeah, because you're taking the angle of the more it's exploitation that there's only high prices in New York City, and if you're not a citizen or if you just come on a work visa, you don't have many options.
Yeah, they don't have many
They don't
options.
have options because it's so expensive.
The rent is
right?
too damn high,
so
dude.
Yes. So what else are they supposed to do? And then I guess the landlord, he's kind of shitty and he's cutting corners and he's finding something, but then people are renting it because there aren't options for lower rent in New York.
Or San Fran, or maybe a lot of
Yeah,
major
so how do you
cities right
figure it
now.
out? Because dishwashers, contractors or laborers or like, low income workers have to work in New York too. And that's probably like kind of the thing. It's the balance, right? But I do get the whole other side of like landlords have to be responsible and think about the overall picture of these guys is like.
Because I doubt this guy's doing it out of the kindness of his heart.
No, he's doing it for fucking
Yeah.
profit.
Yeah, he rented it to 11 tenants, by the way. And there was also there was an illegal bathroom in the unit. And then at least he does have a kind enough heart to.
Illegal additional bathroom.
Yes.
So what's worse?
All of that
One
situation's
legal
really
bathroom
worse.
or 5 illegal bathrooms?
What constitutes a bathroom? Is it a bucket and a sink?
Exactly.
Right? No, so the thing I was about
A flushable bucket?
Right.
RV toilet?
This landlord's is like luxurious deluxe bathroom, and it's like a fucking bucket.
Have you seen
With
those
handles.
fucking bug out toilets where it's just a fucking bucket with a toilet seat?
Yes.
So he placed bubble wrap to prevent tenants from hitting their heads on pipes. So at least he's nice enough.
So he does care a little bit.
That is weird as fuck.
He's a slum tenant.
Otherwise, the other option is all the tenants have to wear helmets all the time.
He's like,
And the ceiling was as low as 4.5 feet.
he's like,
Oh, Steve would die in there then.
he's like, oh, I would die. He's like, I can't have these people hitting their heads because then they can't go work and then they can't make me more money.
He's a slum lord.
Yeah.
Slum lord millionaire.
There was also another unit that had a similar setup above him.
Oh my god.
Some other Chinese guy?
I'm surprised there's not sleeping bags hanging out of the windows, like fucking zip tied to the side of the wall.
Hang sleeping.
People are just like this shit, looking down,
They're asleep.
trying to fall asleep.
That's good. He can advertise that as natural light all the time.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You just gotta figure it out.
Pigeons and shit.
So I know this shit.
Nature, you're with nature. See, you just have to find a good real estate agent to word it right.
I know this sounds crazy, but like so my.
Even to you, it's gonna sound crazy. Oh,
no, for
shit.
sure, it's fucked up.
It's what I seatbelts on.
for sure, exploiting people.
At least he gave him
And they're not following laws, and like people can get all kinds of disease and stuff. But so my dad was probably one of the first wave of immigrants from like communist China to come to the States, and then back then they had to go the China, Hong Kong route, and then Hong Kong to the States, and so they had to do like 2 layers of refuginess, and back then since they didn't have like the Underground Railroad of China and like a Harriet Tubman Chen to fucking like establish everything, they had to do things themselves, right? So my dad, he got to Hong Kong and he found a restaurant that was willing to let him work there, and he volunteered to be the janitor so he can clean and wash everything, and he'll just sleep under one of the tables.
Wow.
Free while working for a little bit of pay, and he got enough money to hear about someone else that'd be willing to take him in to do something else. So this would have been like winning the lottery to him. If there was Harriet Tubman Chen that was able to tell him about, oh dude, come here, only $600 a month, you could work in the epicenter of New York where there's tons of work for you to find, he would have been like, fuck yeah.
No, I would prefer your dad sleep underneath the fucking the table or whatever, because at least it's probably more sanitary than this.
No, but he would have loved this though.
But that's also illegal because you can't sleep in your restaurant.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, it is illegal, but no one's doing any, like he's the only one doing shady shit because he just got creative. But this guy, like I said, he's just taking advantage of.
Well, there's like
people's
11
situation.
other people that are sleeping under the table now that get to sleep with AC.
Yeah, because I think it's the perspective of like a lot of these refugees are grateful for it, but then for us we're like, that's no way to live.
It depends on where you came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, depends on where you came
If I
from.
came from a mud hut, this is great for me. I don't care about bubonic. I'm good.
Yeah, right? Because you're like, damn, it's either that or this. I'd rather take this. But then people are saying we shouldn't even give them that option. We should give them a more decent option so they can live
There
normal.
shouldn't have been an option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free the landlord. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. 100%.
That's right. An innocent man going down. Once again.
He's just trying to help the world.